Hi, welcome back to the No Worries podcast with your host Isabel
I'm Evan.
and today we are
We're just doing basically anything. I think
yeah.
I think this isn't going to be a very structured episode, which I think we are going to absolutely thrive in. Um,
Mhm.
so how have you been like throughout the whole week since it is Friday? It's been a whole week. It's been a whole working week. How are we feeling?
Well, busy again, exams every week. But this week we've had some fun little things going on. One of them being two of them being yesterday where we went to I got a haircut yesterday. And I am going to quickly show off my haircut. So if anybody wants to watch the video form, um, let me just show you my hair. I chopped off about, I think, 4 to 5 inches because I had so many split ends. And she was like, yeah, this is all bad. So we're just going to chop it off. And I was like, all good. And then she added a bunch of layers because my layers were so grown out. And she was like, yeah, so let me just keep chopping. And I was like, oh, okay, there goes all my hair. And now it's like significantly shorter. But yeah, let me just take off my headphones so everybody can see. It looks really rough because it was from yesterday, but let me show. Okay, that's all. Okay, that's all. And it looks really bad with the headphones on, and I am aware of that. Okay, and then also, before Evan's allowed to speak again, I'm just gonna quickly also say that we went to Scream Fest yesterday with my best friend. Shout out Antoine and her boyfriend. We had a lot of fun, and some of us
I
were
did
very
not
scared.
have a lot of fun. Actually, no. It
Is that your
was
worry for the week?
it was actually quite fun. Except for the first. So, for any of you who don't know what Screamfest is, it's essentially like a haunted house thing where you walk in these haunted houses and people are in there and they're trying to scare you. And let me tell you something, they succeed. They're really good at what they do. Jump scares, flashes, bangs. It's like SEAL Team 6 raided a house in there. Okay, it's bad.
They like scream at you. They like yell at you. They're like, "Help me! Let me out of here! Help me! Like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you helping me?" And then they scream at you. They like smack things against the walls and at like
Mm-hmm.
against like the barrier that's protecting you from them, or they literally like pop out of nowhere, and it's like so scary.
There's this one. Like these people are probably like 17 or 18.
Oh yeah, they're like young.
Like they're younger. And like there was this one lady, and I made eye contact with her, and so she was behind like some like kind of in like a cage or like between or behind like bars, and she was essentially like locked in like a clinic of sorts, like a slaughterhouse, and it was just gross. It was bad. Everything was gross. Everything was bad. There was a lady. I don't know which house it was. I think it was the dollhouse.
Oh, the
The
dollhouse.
dollhouse, where she said, "Why don't you want to come and see my baby?"
Oh
Have
my
you?
god, she's like, "Don't you want to say hi to my baby?" And I was like, I was like, as I was walking by, I was like, "Hi, baby."
Oh,
And
you
then,
said
oh
something.
yeah, I was like, "Hi, baby." And then she like looked at you and like started yelling at you. Why didn't you say hi to my baby? And she like started like coming after you, and I was like, "Go,
Yeah,
go, 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 go." I
and
was like,
like I'm in the back, so I have this preteen mom or whatever the heck she is, breathing down my neck, screaming at me about why I didn't talk to her doll,
"Oh my god."
her doll baby, her doll baby. And then there's another person who is like creepily like stalking me like a crazy ex on Tinder.
Yeah,
And
they would just follow. They would come up behind us and like they were like breathing down Evan's neck, and I was like, "We need to move." And
but
like
you can't move because there's people in front of you who are like having the best time ever.
I
They're
spec-
laughing and you're
yeah.
over here having a panic attack because this 11th grade student is cosplaying as a serial killer and you are about to be hunted down and become their probably first victim.
But I also specifically remember in like the dollhouse one, there was like a doll in a frame, like shadow box thing on the wall. And I remember like as I was passing by it, like the doll was like it was like bent backwards, like looking up at the ceiling with its, and then out of like nowhere as we were passing, all of a sudden it like shoots up and like flings towards like the shadow box glass. Oh my god, it made me jump. I was like, oh my
Hell
god.
no.
It's like coming right at me. I was like, I need to run. Everybody like the thing with the thing with Screamfest that we found was when we got there, like we decided to start with like there's six houses that are like included in our what we bought.
So we bought a just like the standard
Hmm.
package.
Like general, like we weren't like fast pass or anything. Like
No, just
we were literally just general. And so we go we when we got there, like we noticed like there was like lines forming at like the first few houses out of like the six. So we went all the way to the end and we did the sixth one first, and then we moved our way back. And when we got to that one, there was like barely anybody there. Like,
there was probably I think in our first one, which was called the clinic. And if you don't
mhm,
know, I already have a problem with going into hospitals.
me too.
This is a, and so this was like a haunted hospital with like just scary people in there. I'm just gonna
Terrifying
say it,
people.
just scary.
Like the
And
first girl was like, "Hi, welcome to the clinic," and then she starts like talking about plastic
do you
surgery.
have? Yeah, we're here to fix anything you need us to
No,
fix, or we can fix anything. That's what she
and
said.
like she like made me uncomfortable like from the get go. I was like, "Ew, don't talk to me." And then like we as we continued, there were just like people after people, jump scare after jump scare. And like that was like the first house we went to, and like we literally got there, and like the guy's like yapping us up. He's like he gives us like throws like a stuffy of like COVID at us, and he's like, here, do you want this? And I was like, I don't want COVID. And then Evan's like, here, I'll take it. And then he like gives Evan COVID, and then he pulls out like an actual like nose
Real
swab,
life.
like the real like COVID test that you like use like when you're actually getting tested. And he's like, have you ever done this before? And Evan's like, no. And I was like, yes. And then he's like, okay, lean back. Let me know when I touch your brain. And I was like, this guy's crazy. And then Evan,
You're slapping a lot right now.
sorry,
Just saying.
sorry. And then Evan, sorry, I'm like really excited
Yeah,
right now.
just
Sorry.
you're slapping a lot.
And
Yeah.
then Evan's like, here, try and give it to someone else, and then he like throws it, like he's like, here, catch, and like
And I
throws it
just throw it in the back of
the
the
line,
line. A poor middle-aged woman catches it. I
and she was
feel
like,
bad for her
but like,
because as soon as she gets to the front of the line, the creepy doctor guy, who I guarantee you does not have a medical degree whatsoever, is gonna try and give her a COVID test.
but like the other thing is that like so we got that was our first one. He's like, oh, is this your first one? And I think when he said that, that should have been a flag that like we believe. No, let me just say we believe that the ones at the end, like the last few, like as you go, it gets like more and more like scary is what we think. But maybe it was because that's what we started with. But like we started with the clinic one, jump scare after jump scare after jump scare, and we went like two and two. So like my best friend and her boyfriend like went first,
Hmm.
and then there were some like people in between, and then like we went, and like they spaced it out like quite a bit. So there was like nobody, like we were like spaced out. So it was basically it felt like it was just us alone in this place with like these scary people, and it was so scary. And I like, literally I remember getting out of there, and I was like, I'm gonna like cry because some people were not very like some people were like clawing at my back. Like he was literally like clawing at my back.
It's scary in there.
And I was like it was like I was so like scared from like the jump scares, and then all of a sudden I feel somebody clawing my back, and I was like, I'm gonna literally somebody just killing me.
Well, because I have these people sneaking up behind me and stuff. I have serial killer 1, 2, and 3. You know,
They
the
pop.
squad just pops up out of nowhere, and I am.
They were coming from like places I didn't even know like existed. Like, and because it was our first one, we were not like aware of like what was happening. So like out of nowhere, like before we even could like pay attention, like there's somebody flying towards us like out of like a random corner or like hidden somewhere and like just popping out and like scaring the crap out of us, and like loud bangs happening at the same time. It was so scary. And like the second one was also just as scary. And Frankie just moved the camera. Sorry guys. Um and like oh my god, like
Sensory overload. Let me tell you something.
sensory
Just
overload.
sensory overload. Just so the gist of the story is that people
I was like laughing and crying at the same time.
they come out of corners. They have props. They have axes. They have in the slaughterhouse, which is it's like a butcher's office. They have chainsaws.
A
Um,
butcher's office?
well, at the front of the house, there was the guy in a
Butcher shop.
pig mask.
Yeah, butcher shop, not butcher office.
Hey, maybe he does.
That's
He
funny.
does office work there too, but so they have
Oh, he looks like a
they have
pig. It was
outfits.
scary.
They have outfits. They have masks. They have props, and they
They have like makeup and prosthetics too.
yeah, that too. And I think in the doll one, the lady who said, "Why haven't you said hi to my baby yet?" to me, as I was saying and screaming and yelling, "I'm good," and no, and she said, "Scaredy cat," and she could not have been more right.
Yeah, she was like, "Scaredy cat!" And
And
like
I was like,
screaming, and we're like,
"Absolutely yes,"
I
because
heard stomping too. I think she was
yeah,
coming after you.
she was chasing her and her friend.
It's like, go, go, go,
Her and
go,
her
go.
friend were chasing us, and this is and just to put this into context, this is a hallway. And
Oh,
it's
it's
not.
so narrow.
It's so I'm a pretty big person. I'm like 6'1"
And a
and a
half.
half.
Mm-hmm.
I weigh
I'm
two.
5'10".
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. You're. Oh my goodness, the slapping. And so, anyways, so I'm 6'1", 195 pounds. So I'm pretty big, and these are narrow hallways, and it's dark. And so all I hear is stomp, stomp, stomp,
Oh,
stomp,
I heard,
stomp,
I
stomp,
heard,
stomp, stomp, stomp.
"Scaredy cat!"
Scaredy
Stomp, stomp,
cats.
stomp, stomp, stomp. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, we gotta go. And my best friend and her boyfriend were right in front of us, and like we literally were like trapped. Like we literally could not go
I could
anywhere.
not go
And so we
anywhere.
were just like, I was like, we started pushing against them because we were like, we got so scared. And like, they're like hearing Evan's screams and they're hearing like me freaking out. And then they're like laughing hysterically. And then I'm laughing hysterically because I'm scared. And I'm like, my tears were literally coming. I couldn't breathe. And like, I was laughing so hard that like the tears were flying from my eyes. And like, after we left that, I was like, oh my God. Uh, Sorry. I was like, this is just so intense.
It was so intense.
But
Um,
But I also just wanted to say that like every single one of them, like after that, like the first 2/3 were like the craziest ones, and then the rest were like I was so hyper aware of like my surroundings. I was like looking at every corner, making sure nobody was gonna pop out and look at me, and then I'm also like making sure that like there's also I need to mention that the lines got astronomically long. Like it was painful. Sorry again. I can't. I need to. Sorry. I'm gonna make
the slapping kind of
this
drives me a
guy.
little bit nuts,
He's
just
gonna be
because
pissed.
I can hear it and I can feel it, and it's like rotating, and it's vibrating everything.
Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna sit here like a good. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Okay.
Like a good human being.
Yes, I'm gonna behave. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna also say. So the lines got astronomically long, and it was like getting to the point where like we were like all of our adrenaline gone. Like in like we were standing in a line for so long that our like all of our adrenaline left, and we were just like I was starting to get tired, and I was like, okay, this is boring. It was
That might
getting
be in the
boring.
case of you. For me, my adrenaline never left. My heart
No,
rate
yeah,
was 155 beats per minute for about 2 hours. Consistently 2 hours. Like,
I got over it.
I got such a good workout in that I'm feeling shredded today.
Amazing. I'm so happy for you, but I was getting like kind of tired. I was like the line was it was so ridiculous. Like it was so long and I was like, can we please not do this?" And then like you're also like going in and like as you're going in, like there's just like people like back to back to back. So you're literally like right behind another group of people. And like Evan and I are like we're the type that we were like kind of like going really really fast through it. So we would get to the point where we're like trying to like go really fast to like get away from people that were chasing us, and then like we're just like stuck behind other people, and so then you're like you're kind of like it ruins the whole experience for you, to be honest. Like you want to be with the people that you came with, you know, like you want to just like enjoy it with the people you came with, not random strangers who are like if there's somebody in front of you, something happens to them and then it's going to happen to you like point
I
two
like that.
seconds
I
later.
like that predictability because then they can't scare me as much,
Yeah, which
and
is the
I can
problem.
just no, that's not. That's called a solution.
Like when you're trying to have like when you're trying to have like the adrenaline and like be scared, like it kind of ruined
I was already
it a
scared.
little. It ruined it a little bit for me, but like other than like the last one, the afraid of the dark one, that one had like sensory like
Okay,
things for me.
I'll explain this one. I'll explain this one because
I didn't like it.
I want to say this one. So, Afraid of the Dark is just it's dark, it's weird, it's scary. But during the thing, there's not a lot of jump scares or like sounds, but there's a lot of things hanging from the ceiling or sticking out from walls that you have to walk beside, and they feel like bones or like bodies or just your very like typical horror stuff, and it's kind of like Home Alone except like Home Alone from hell.
Like I specifically remember like the oh my god, there was like a portion of like a hallway where there was just like there was fur all along the walls, and there was like these like things dangling from the ceiling that were like thick, like almost like a punching bag looking thing, but like smaller obviously, and like full like covered in fur that you had to like move out of the way before you could walk, and then like you can barely see, so then all of a sudden you're trying to walk, and you're like hitting things, you're touching things, and you're like, I don't know what that was, but I do not like the feeling of that. And like, oh my god, it was freaking me out. Like, and then like accidentally like touching the wall of like feeling the fur. I was freaking out, and I was like sick to my stomach. And then like there's like random like things like dangling from the ceiling, and like everything like when you're in a dark space and you're like you don't know what's going on. Randomly, you'll like hear like random sounds or like random like flashes of
Well,
light.
like throughout the thing, there
It
was a
was a
bunch
lot.
of there was a warning at the start that if you're sensitive to light or sounds or even like smells, apparently, to like be careful in there. Which I mean, if you were any careful, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be going inside. But
And we ended up catching up to the couple that was in front of us because we were trying to like get through it because we were scared of the dark. And like then we were like kind of trying to keep our distance, but at the same time we were like scared of the dark, and so we were like trying to get through it. And then like you like we get to a part where I'm like I literally like I a flash of light happened right in my eyes, and I literally was blinded for like
got
a second.
flashbanged.
Yeah, and I literally like I couldn't see, and then I'm like trying to like navigate through this dark place, and I'm like there's people somewhere nearby, and I don't know where they are. And then I'm like trying to find my way through the hallway. And then I end up like running into a wall because I couldn't see anything. And I'm like, where are these people? What's happening? And then like finally you get to the end and you're like, thank God I'm free.
Like as soon as I saw the exits, I was always so thrilled just because I didn't want to be inside there any longer because it's scary, which is good. It's meant to scare you. I saw like senior citizens who like stroll in there and
Unfazed.
then just walk out unfazed, and then like people smiling and like laughing and stuff, and you know to each their own. I'm not really big into horror stuff, but I mean if it makes you happy, go nuts. But that was kind of a shocking moment just
Yeah.
because I was surprised that people can just walk into these scary houses or haunted houses
Yeah.
or slaughterhouses or
Okay.
dollhouse or whatever houses are, and they can just walk out with nothing.
Especially that one couple that was like right in front of us. Like in that I don't know, I don't remember if it was like the first one or the second one, but that one couple that was in front of us, and the guy like both of them were like completely unfazed the entire time. Meanwhile, Evan and I were like screaming, and I'm like telling Evan like stop grabbing my jacket, like I'm getting like this you're making it worse for me, like you're making it worse, like stop grabbing me. And then like I'm like trying to tell Evan to like stop, and I'm like freaking out. And then this guy from this couple, he just like turns and he kept looking at us like we were like he was annoyed and like pissed. And I was like, that was actually starting to like get on my nerves because I'm like, excuse me, I'm scared. Like, what do you mean? What do you do? Like, oh, and they were completely unfazed, and it really made me angry. I was like, why are you here?
I didn't even pay attention. I just wanted to leave.
It made me angry. I was like, why are you here? Like, this is like he's looking at us as if like our reactions were not valid, and I was like, are you joking me? We're in a freaking haunted house right now. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is not the time to be peaceful. Anyways.
So I think in conclusion,
Hmm.
for that very long tangent, Screamfest is scary. There's people in costumes like just strolling around and they sneak up on you and freak you out, and it's fun if you like to be scared. If you don't go. But it was a
Yes.
good experience. I think it was good. But I think That's it. If I was to rate it out of 10 stars, I think I could give it a 7.5. What
I
would
don't
you
know
give
what
it
I would
to
rate it.
like to wrap it up? What would you give it?
It depends on what part. The lines, I'm giving a 0.
Okay, I'm talking about like the actual attractions and just overall, not
The lines made
lines.
it, the lines made it pitiful for me, but like most of them, like they were actually pretty good. Like I was actually really impressed. Like I'd probably give it like a yeah, like a 6 or a 7. Like it was
6, 7.
it's just oh my god, let's not do that. I just want to let's move on because I'm over this.
Okay.
I don't want to
Um.
relive it. Let's
So
talk
since we
about
just spoke about your week, shall we speak about my
oh
week?
sorry, yeah, I
Spoke about
forgot.
your week for over 20 minutes. Now it's time for Evan's recap
Hey,
of the week.
just wanted to let everybody know. I think he hates me. So
I don't hate you.
I think you do. So hey, all good. No worries. All good there.
So this week has been a very busy week. Just work and also like personal stuff that I don't want to get into.
Mhm.
And also exercise. I love exercise. I love exercise. Stress relief is great for exercise. That's been my week. Yeah, 30-second roundup right
Oh
there.
yeah, we went to the gym together too
Yeah,
this week.
that was crazy because you don't usually like to go to the gym.
Not anymore. But
No,
fun fact, our first several dates were at the
we're
gym.
at the gym.
So
We actually, yep, our first date was at a gym. I invited her out just to show her how strong I was,
like all of our dates at the
and
beginning.
then we ended up doing her workout, and
Oh, I
since
killed him.
and I died. I almost died there.
Hmm.
I almost didn't get up off the ground. Um,
But now I don't. I don't go anymore.
yeah, I try and go
I hate it.
at least 3 times a week just to keep the body in tip top shape, just in case the aliens invade. I'm watching
Of
out.
course, of course.
Um, or the mummies raid, or the zombies come back to life, or witches. You never know. Always get prepared. Um,
What is this guy talking about? I'm.
monsters
What
and
are you talking about? I
it's
zoned
almost.
out for 3 seconds and I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about getting ripped and fit for when Halloween comes
Mm.
along, and the witches, zombies, mummies, and aliens invade. So we actually
Good
have
call.
a new guest on the pod. She was here last time.
She
She's a
was she was sleeping
mm-hmm.
behind the camera. Nobody
But
could see her.
Frankie
Hi,
Pankies
you're so stinky.
has decided to come on. She's a little bit stinky, so
Oh,
thank
very
God this
stinky.
is not a 4D movie, or else you'd be smelling her.
She's stinky girl.
Stinky Winky. But
Oh my gosh, you stink.
actually, something happened to her this week. We were out on a walk
Oh
with
my
her,
god.
and poor
Trauma.
babies started. She started to wheeze uncontrollably.
Like out of nowhere. Like Frankie, like sometimes she'll like wheeze like a little bit, but it's like a almost like a nose wheeze. Like it's like from like her like head almost. Like it's never like a full body experience. She looks like she's grumpy.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
so you know.
she's okay.
She's done.
She's a little bit upset right now.
She's got a attitude. She
She
does not like to
knows.
be pet
She
for too long.
knows. She knows we're gossiping about her.
Anyways, we're on a walk and then out of nowhere, like she starts like wheezing like uncontrollably, and she's like, and it's like a full body wheeze. Like she literally like she actually to the point where like she had to sit down and like we had to like try and help her like calm down, and like she would catch her breath and then like we would start walking again, and like she would start wheezing again, and it was like over and over and over, and like oh my god, me and Evan were freaking out. I was really worried. Like Evan and I were both on the verge of tears. I was really stressed out about her. I was gonna bring her to the vet because we had no idea what was wrong with her. And so then we ended up having to turn around, come back home, and then she was completely fine.
Yeah, I don't.
Like after we got home, she was completely fine.
My theory was that there was something stuck in her throat or
Mm.
like nose, and then she drank some water and it just washed away because she didn't. Because later that night, I took her out. We went for like a jog around the neighborhood, and there was no like wheezing. There was no issue. She was running. She was happy, And that was that.
But I also just a really fun fact about that whole story. So not only was Frankie wheezing and like we were really worried about her, but then like on our way back home, I noticed something like near somebody's like front yard, like run across their yard, and I was like, "Is that a skunk?" I was like, "There's no way that's like a cat." Like that was like,
It was too. I think it was too small to be a
yeah,
cat. It was way too
it
small.
was way too small to be a cat. And then lo and behold, we turned the corner. Boom, skunk in the middle of the sidewalk. We're like, oh crap. And one thing about Frankie is that she's been
She's a
sprayed.
history.
She was sprayed by a skunk in my backyard once, and that was probably one of the worst days of our lives because it stunk more than I could ever imagine. A skunk. I need everybody to know that a skunk smell from a distance is very different than a skunk smell up close. Up close, skunk smell, fresh skunk smells like burning rubber on crack. Like it's really, really, really bad. And the whole house smelled like that. She rubbed it all over the furniture.
She
She
was
smelled
just.
bad.
She was spreading the joy.
And so we had to like give her the hydrogen peroxide bath, and it worked enough to like
To make it.
to make it like tolerable.
Yeah.
But holy crap. So like, and Frankie's not a like Frankie doesn't really like other animals, but like she will chase a bunny, she will chase a skunk, and she will chase a
Deers.
squirrel and deer. Like she tries her luck sometimes, and unfortunately for her, a battle with a skunk is a losing battle.
Every single time, no matter what, she loses.
So we were worried about her wheezing, and then all of a sudden she starts pulling like uncontrollably towards the skunk. And so then I'm like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run. Me and Frankie are gonna run past the skunk. Then we start running, and then the skunk starts running, and the skunk gets scared. But then we managed to like pass the skunk, and then Frankie's like starting to wheeze again, and I'm like, we gotta go, Frankie. Like we gotta go home, like quick, quick, quick. And we were like literally on my street, so it's like we were so close to being to my house. So we like finally make it home and get inside, and then a little bit of time passes. Frankie's completely fine. The whole wheezing thing, we have no idea why. And all we know is that she was wheezing, she chased a skunk, and then we got home.
Yeah, that pretty much sums
It's
it
the
up.
most hectic and emotional walk I've ever experienced in my whole life.
She raced the skunk home. She won, and
Yes.
didn't get sprayed.
Nobody got sprayed, thankfully. Oh my gosh. That would have been like the cherry on the cake. Like, that would have probably sent me into a frenzy.
I mean, I think it would have sent
Breakdown.
anyone into a frenzy. Your dog wheezes. You don't know why.
And I
Think you know why.
Sorry, Frankie.
You think you know why, and then she's giving major side eye right now.
I accidentally poked her, and she's like giving me major side eye.
She's gonna hurt you.
But also, I just wanted to say this was also happened after I had just been studying for so many hours straight, and I was like, what a day. Anyways, let's continue on. What else? I wanted to talk about labubus and hachipupus.
I have nothing to add to this conversation.
But
I'm just a listener.
I left mine downstairs. Evan bought me a labubu and a hachipupu, and they're my favorite things. And I'm just gonna.
Some would say I should be a favorite thing, but no, I get being out by hachipupus and labubus.
I'm just gonna have Evan insert a picture of them here, so you can see them right here.
Yeah, right there.
They're really amazing, and I love them so much. And I think we should get into our "Am I the A-hole" segment right now.
Do you have some stories, Justin?
No, I'm gonna choose some right now.
Okay, let's choose some.
Okay, let me do it. Okay, I have some.
Perfect. Let's see you.
Am I the a-hole for yelling at my mom to leave me alone after she kept saying I stink even though I showered twice a day? Bubbles, this one's for you.
First, loaded. That's a loaded accusation.
Yeah, okay, let's get
That's
into it.
nuts.
It's pretty short, so let's see. So basically, my mom is constantly yelling at me constantly telling me that I, female 16, stink, or that I need to shower even when I literally just got out of the shower. I shower twice a day, once in the morning and then again after practice. Use deodorant and I wear perfume. It's gotten to the point where it's making me really insecure. I've even asked my friends, even as early as 5th grade if I smell bad, and everyone says no. But my mom just won't stop. Sometimes it's right after I've showered. Like she'll say, "Did you shower? Well, it doesn't smell like it. You need to take another shower." And sometimes she even bends down to smell me, and it's so stupid and infuriating. The other day, she said it again, and I finally snapped. I yelled at her to leave me alone and that she's making me feel terrible about myself. My dad says I overreacted and that I should have just ignored it. But at this point, I just want everyone to leave me alone.
Is the
Whoa.
mom's like nose defunct?
There must be something wrong with this mom's nose. Or maybe she's smelling herself. Maybe she's the one who stinks.
Maybe she's the problem.
I think she's the stinky one, and
Stinky Winky.
I think the daughter should actually tell her mom, like, did you shower? Because you stink.
I can smell it.
Like, throw it right back at her. Like, hey, by the way, you stink. Because if you're showering twice a day, you're wearing deodorant and perfume, babe, I think there's something wrong with the mom. I think she's the stinky one.
She's got like triple protection. She's got layers upon layers upon
Oh,
layers. She's
trust.
got water, soap, antiperspirant, and perfume.
It's either that or there's like a pH imbalance. But I'm honestly telling you, like, if your friends are telling
It's
you
like a
you smell
swimming
good,
pool. pH balance.
your mom, yeah, pH balance. There's something going on. Your mom needs help. She needs a new nose.
She could get a new nose at the clinic at Screamfest.
Oh, you could, yeah, the plastic.
Yeah, they fix anything. The front desk lady told me herself. Do we have another one?
We do have another one.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's hear it. I'm ready. I'm so excited. Is it long?
This one is really long. I don't want to read that.
Yeah, I'm not. I have the attention span of probably a 12-year-old. So if we can keep them to under 3 paragraphs, which is 15 sentences.
Okay, we're gonna do this one
Love
because
it.
this one's kind
it
of
looks short.
again related to Frankie.
Oh, Bobos, I'm sorry.
You're the big topic of conversation. She's currently like partially on top of me. Okay, am I the a-hole for not wanting my girlfriend's dog in her bed?
Oh boy.
I, 27 male, have been living with my girlfriend, 25 female, for about 4 months. Things are great, but there is an issue, and that's her dog. She has a big golden retriever that she absolutely loves, which is fine, but she insists he sleeps in our bed every night. I like dogs, I really do, but he sheds a lot, takes up half the bed, and sometimes smells, well, not great. I'm barely getting any sleep because he keeps nudging me or kicking me in the ribs.
Damn, MMA dog?
I asked if he could sleep in his own bed in the living room or at least on the floor next to us. She got really upset and said I was making her choose between me and her dog. That's not what I meant. I just want to sleep properly without being covered in fur. Now she's barely talking to me and keeps saying, "You knew we were a package deal." I feel like my request is reasonable. Am I the a-hole here? As somebody, let me just say, as somebody with a dog who does most times sleep in my bed, I am fully on his side because one thing about me is that I need to be able to like spread out sometimes.
Starfish.
And when my dog is in my way, I will like nudge her with my feet. And I'll push my feet under her if I have to so that she like gets up and she'll get off the bed. And like a lot of times she'll sleep on the floor because I have a bed on the floor right next to my bed for her.
It's more comfy for her, and she is probably just it's just easier for everyone involved. And
I don't
it
want to
colder
kick her.
down there? Is it colder down there for her? Because she has fur, and so if
Really?
this just in,
Oh,
dogs have fur.
you okay, Frankie?
You case?
She's got to make sure she still has fur.
Yeah. Okay.
You do.
Bubbles.
You have a tail and fur. You're all good.
Okay. Go back to bed.
Yeah, go back to sleep. It's okay, Bobos. Her name is Frankie, not Bobos. That's just her nickname. She has a lot of nicknames. She's going back to bed now. No, she's gonna lick her paw. Bobos, don't do that. Sorry, guys. Anyways, let's continue. I think that it's ridiculous that the dog has to sleep in the bed. Frankie. She like Frankie does not need to sleep in the bed. Like
No.
she can sleep in the bed if she wants to, but also I'm in control of if she's on the bed or not. Like
You're the master.
I'll tell her, "Hey, get off the bed." And if
Susie.
she's being sassy, guess who's not allowed on the bed? Frankie. There's rules involved, and like if somebody doesn't want the dog in the bed, get the dog off the bed. Especially a golden retriever. Like my dog is probably like half the size of a golden retriever. And depending on the size of the bed, I have a full size bed.
Mm-hmm.
It barely fits one comfortably. No, it fits one comfortably. But add a dog and add another person, game over. A queen bed might even be slightly of an issue because guess what? Some people are tall
Yeah.
and they take up a lot of space in the bed. Like guess what? Our feet are gonna go all the way touch the end of the bed, and where's the dog gonna go?
As a certified above average tall person, my bed at home, my feet already dangle off the edge of my bed.
And you have the same size bed as me,
Yeah.
a full size bed, and it's just sometimes it's not realistic, and I think that we need to make it known that dogs do not need to be on your bed for the dog to be happy. Guess what? The dog will be just as happy sleeping on the floor.
Mm-hmm. I think
Amen.
he's. Oh, sorry. Are you going or am I
I said
going?
amen.
Oh, amen, sister. Amen.
Amen.
So, my take is that there has to be rules with the dog, and if the dog doesn't have rules or consequences, that's bad. I think.
What are we talking about? Why are we talking about rules and
Well,
consequences?
because the rules on the bed.
Yeah, like I just think that like if somebody's unhappy with it, just deal with it. Easy.
Great.
Drop the mic.
Yeah.
We're done.
I would say he's not being mean or anything because like every single morning Frankie will come up onto the bed as soon as you move, just because she wants to, and she will slap you in the face like you like owe her money, and she'll demand pets and attention, and that's fine.
She just gave you side eye for that.
Yeah.
She said, "I don't demand anything.
I deserve
I
it.
deserve it."
Yeah, that's what she said. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll pay for that one later.
Shall we just do one more?
Yeah, let's do.
This
Let's
one's
do
like
one more.
not super long, but it's like not super short.
Hit me with it.
Okay, let's get into it. I don't like reading very much, but here we go. Am I the a-hole for letting my daughter stay with me and my wife after she found out that her mom lied to her? My ex and I have a 12-year-old daughter, Olivia, with autism level 2. My ex has primary
There's
custody.
levels.
Yeah, it's a spectrum, the autism
Okay.
spectrum.
Okay.
Didn't you learn that from Love on the Spectrum? Okay. My ex has primary custody and I have Olivia on Wednesdays and every other weekend. A few months ago, my ex told me she was feeling a little burnt out, so she wanted us to keep Olivia from Wednesday to Sunday so she could go on a trip with some friends. Olivia is very attached to her mom. So my ex told Olivia that it was a work trip and she had to go. Last week, one of my ex's friends was at the house with my ex and Olivia and their vacation. Oh my god, I just read that wrong. She was at the house with my ex and Olivia, and their vacation somehow came up. Olivia figured out that the vacation was the work trip that her mom told her about and freaked out because her mom lied to her, and her mom doesn't lie. She hid in her room for the rest of the day, then called me and asked me to come and get her. She's been with us ever since. She's really upset about this. She cries all the time because she wants her mom, but she doesn't know what else her mom lied about, and she doesn't trust her. Oh no. Apparently, Olivia's aide called my ex because she's been having a hard time in school. So now my ex-wife is demanding that I send Olivia home so that they can get back to her routines and start working with her therapist to help her get over this. But I told her Olivia will go back when she's ready. Now she's threatening to call the police and or take me back to court over custodial interference. Even though we've always had a very friendly co-parenting relationship. My wife thinks that we should send her back to avoid drama, but I think it should be Olivia's choice. Am I the a-hole for refusing to send her back after she found out her mom lied to her?
No.
I feel like this is like very like dependent on Olivia because she has autism and that affects a lot of things like in her brain that like she like already has social like difficulties with people around her, and like she has somebody that she thinks that she can trust, which is her mom, and then to find out that her mom lied to her to get away from her essentially. Like that is like that's very
That
traumatizing.
would that would hurt me.
Yeah, so like I do not
I feel
blame
like that would
poor
hurt
Olivia.
anybody.
Yeah, and I think that the dad like taking her in and like
W dad.
yeah, W dad, because that's like that's what she needs. Like she needs like support, and she needs like somebody that she can like trust. And like her mom being like just bring her back. I'm going to call the cops because you're breaking the laws of our custody just because hey, by the way, remember how you didn't want her because you wanted to go on a vacation because you were burnt out? Like it's kind of like it is her fault. Like lying to the daughter is it like is just why are you lying? Like tell her the truth. Like like your mom is going on a vacation and you're going to stay with your dad for a little bit and then I'm going to be back and then we're going to continue like life. Like it's going to go on. Like it's going to be okay. Like I understand she's like a little bit of separation issues, but guess what? She's been at her dad's house before. Like she's used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we lying? Oh, it makes me so sad. Poor Olivia.
Mm-hmm. This one is
Why
more
are you
sad.
lying? That's awful.
Don't lie to her. Don't be mean.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's definitely not in the wrong for that one. I think he's doing the
Mm-hmm.
right thing by his daughter.
Yeah.
The like if the daughter doesn't choose to go back,
That's kind of not up to them.
since it's up to
I mean, she's
Olivia.
12, but
Oh, she's 12.
she's 12. But to a 12-year-old, that's like a big deal. And like on top of that, she has autism, so like like that just like adds to it. Like it's a bigger deal to her
I,
than
ho-
to most
I
kids.
hope that everything works out though for them.
Yeah,
Hope that everyone's happy.
I hope that Olivia can find peace and like learn that her mom is not always lying to her.
Mm.
And I hope that the mom learns to stop lying. Because guess what? Lying is a sin and lying is bad.
Lying is bad.
Lying is
Noted.
so bad.
So, is that our last story?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening to the No Worries podcast. We will be here next week on Friday, so in 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe, like, follow. Our handles are No Worries Podcast with 2 T's, no spaces. So we hope.
And I just wanted to add one thing. You are going to probably want to stay tuned to next episode and maybe check out the video format because Evan and I are going to be wearing costumes
Mm-hmm.
for the Halloween episode.
Yep.
So see you
So
then.
stay tuned, and we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.